Okay, toasty, woasty, wasty, wasty. So welcome back to Goomadies Coins and Banknotes. My name is Glenn, in case you don't know what I look like. This is me. Sorry about that. I just had to actually turn the camera around. So I'm a four-eyed bastard. Anyway, so basically what we are talking about today is a nerd topic. And this is the year 2005, returning home Australian services. So we are just gonna go a little bit about this coin. I've made another video on this series. So they issued this with a 20-cent coin. So that's this one here. And also a dollar coin, which I don't have out. So this depicts a war cemetery. So we have war graves. And this is a recently interred soldier. So they're actually doing a ceremony at this moment. So we have two soldiers there in line. So that's a respectful thing to do. We have the commander, and you can tell it's commander by the actual style of hat. This one has a traditional type of helmet issued by the British. Here we have the lead soldier. So he has bugle, and he does the last stand of the soldier, and this is the priest. So he's wearing a traditional, probably Roman Catholic garb. Anyway, it doesn't matter about the religion, and any religion can have their own person there, or if they're not religious, then the actual general can actually lead in the actual honouring of the soldier. So here we have the World War, 1939, 1945, remembrance, 50-cent coin. And on this side we have the effigy at the time of Queen Elizabeth II. This was used 2019 and she passed away in 2022. And currently the effigy is King Charles III. So his son took over. And in the past we had different effigies. In 1922 we had her great-grandfather George VI. And do I have any other ones? No. I seem to have put them away. Oh, I do have a father on a New Zealand coin. 1 penny. Oh no, that's her. God, that's not her father. 56. Do I have a father? Thought I had, no. Oh yes I do. Here you go. 1941. That's the father. So obviously they face the other way. And Charles III is also facing the way of George VI. But anyway, I'm getting a bit distracted. So these coins are actually not a fairly uncommon coin. It has 21.033 million. And what you need to look out for in this coin, which is not rare, is the Robe Garb Cud. So the Robe Garb Cud, or the Robe Cud they call it. And also, if you zoom in, you can find another type of error, and this doesn't seem to be as scarce either. And does this one have it? Yes. So you can see on the back of the soldier, you have doubling. If you're not too sure where I'm looking at this part here going down behind him. And you've got behind the head, in front of the face. So that seems to be the most notable. Now the doubling does go all the way down. See some there. But that's less notable. And also you got doubling on the other side. So if you make a shadow, you can actually see doubling a lot better. So a lot of it's probably more like a shallow concave feature. So that's a doubling you can see on that side. That's probably caused by the shadow as well. But on more, okay, if we turn it towards the sun, it doesn't show up as much, but you're shadowing. So that's what you need to look for on these coins. And another error is the card on top of the helmet, which I don't have. And also sometimes on, so this one doesn't have the doubling that I see. Doesn't have any errors on this side. This one doesn't have the doubling. Looks like it's starting to on the back of the soldier. If you spin it around, yeah, don't see any doubling on that. No, it just has the Robe card. Okay, so that's the first doubling that we have on that coin. On this one, yeah, we have the doubling. You can quite easily see it. Okay, just trying to zoom in there. Okay, you can see the doubling quite easily on that coin. On that one, yeah, pretty pronounced on the soldier. If you turn it the other way, does it still show up? Yeah, it still shows up. Although because of the direction of light, it does change it. And if you turn it this way, you can see it's doubling on the front as well. On his face. And what we can see here is the start. You got doubling up the top. So that's probably not because of die engraving, it's probably because the die is starting to damage. So we see doubling on that side as well. So the sides of the actual design are starting to break. And we can see all over this coin. And the next one is, yeah, doubling. No. Okay, I don't see that really on that coin. Okay, but if we zoom in that one, yeah. And here we have a coin that's uncirculated. And what I don't see on that one is, I do see some evidence of doubling, but this one's pretty uncirculated, but it doesn't have the Robe card. And you can see on the face and the back of the soldier, the actual doubling starting to develop. Anyway, and on this side, you can see it's starting to develop on this soldier. So you can see it on this side, that side. I don't see any on this coin. And the last one we have, so this is one I got listed. Yeah, that you can see the pronounced doubling on the back of the soldier, front of the head, and on the helmet, so you can see it in that light. And him as well. So if we turn it this way, the light disguises it quite a bit. Although the front of the face doesn't really. So what you need to look for on these coins. So the actual Robe card probably, oh, here's another card up here on top of the lip and also under here. And if you compare it to the quite well nice coin, you can see the cards there. So that's where the die has broken as well. So when you get these coins, that's the stuff you need to look for when you are looking for error coins. So basically it's a nice type of error to actually find, and not a scarce one, so not a hard one to get. So really the Robe card sells for about, I think, between $2 to $5. And with the doubling, probably a lot of people don't really know the actual doubling itself. So really probably doesn't add too much value with the actual doubling on the coin. So hope this helps you with your Australian coin collecting. Let me know if you have one of these coin errors, and have a great day.